I introduced myself. The alien woman knelt down and said, "My lord." The jungle was alive with strange sounds. Metallic chirps echoed through the mist, and glowing plants pulsed faintly under the crimson sky. I stumbled through thick vines, rifle slung over my shoulder, bleeding from a shallow cut on my arm. My ship had gone down 2 days ago, the only survivor of a failed recon mission deep in alien territory. I expected death. What I didn't expect was her. The encounter. I broke through a clearing and froze. A woman stood there, tall and inhumanly graceful. Her skin shimmered with silver tones, her hair flowing like liquid starlight. Twin horns curled elegantly from her head, and her eyes, luminous gold, locked on mine instantly. She wore battle-worn armor, etched with strange runes glowing faint blue. A long spear rested at her side. But what caught me off guard wasn't her weapon. It was her expression, a mix of shock and awe. We stared at each other in silence, the alien jungle humming around us. Finally I swallowed and said, "I'm Captain Elias Ward, Human Alliance." Her eyes widened further. Then, to my utter disbelief, she knelt. "My lord," she whispered, head bowed. The confusion blinked. What?" She remained kneeling, voice trembling with reverence. "You have returned." "I think you've got the wrong guy," I said, backing up slightly. "I'm just trying to survive here." "No," she insisted, rising slowly. "The prophecy speaks of a human, a warrior with fire in his blood, who will come to unite our broken clans. You bear the mark." "Mark?" She stepped closer, reaching for my arm. I tensed but didn't stop her. Gently, she traced a faint scar on my forearm, one I'd gotten years ago in training. Her eyes shone brighter. "It is true," she murmured. "The star-shaped scar. The sign of the foretold Lord. The prophecy." I didn't believe in prophecies, but her conviction was terrifyingly real. "My name is Kaelin of the Verothi," she said, kneeling again. "I am sworn to serve you. I don't need anyone to serve me." "It is not a choice," she said softly. "It is destiny." The danger. A sudden roar shook the clearing. Branches shattered as hulking alien beasts charged toward us. Massive reptilian predators with jagged teeth and glowing spines. Kaelin spun her spear and shouted something in her language. Instinct took over. I raised my rifle and fired. Plasma bolts ripped through the jungle, dropping 2 beasts before they reached us. Kaelin moved with inhuman speed, her spear cutting through the last creature in a single elegant strike. When the silence returned, she turned to me, panting and smiling. "You fight like him," she said breathlessly. "Like who?" "My lord." Groaned. "We're really gonna keep calling me that, huh?" The journey. Kaelin insisted on guiding me to her people's sanctuary, claiming I was the one foretold to save them. Along the way, she treated me with reverence that felt undeserved, offering food, tending to my wounds, even walking a step behind me as if I were royalty. I tried to convince her she was mistaken. I was just a soldier, lost, tired, and desperate to get home. But every time I spoke, she only smiled knowingly. "You do not yet see yourself as we do," she said one night by the fire. "But you will." The revelation. When we reached her village, things got even stranger. Dozens of alien warriors dropped to one knee the moment they saw me. Elders murmured blessings. Children stared at me with wide, adoring eyes. Kaelin approached their leader and declared, "The prophecy is fulfilled. Our Lord has come." I wanted to protest, to run. But before I could, the elder stepped forward and pressed a glowing crystal into my hands. "This belonged to the last human who walked among us," he said. "The one who promised he would return in our time of greatest need." The crystal pulsed, reacting to my touch. The battle. Their need became clear that night. An enemy clan attacked, towering beasts clad in black armor, wielding weapons that hummed with dark energy. The village erupted into chaos. Kaelin rushed to my side, thrusting a spear into my hands. "Lead us," she said fiercely. "They will only follow you." "I'm not." "You are," she cut me off. "Whether you believe it or not." Something inside me snapped. Maybe it was adrenaline. Maybe destiny. Maybe both. I roared orders, rallied warriors, and fought like I'd never fought before. Plasma bolts lit the night. Spears clashed with blades. Kaelin fought beside me, her movements a blur of silver and fire. When the battle ended, the enemy fled, and the village stood victorious. The aftermath. The aliens cheered my name. "My lord!" they cried, voices echoing through the jungle. Kaylin approached me slowly, her golden eyes glowing in the firelight. "You see now," she whispered. "You are the one we've waited for." I didn't answer. Part of me still doubted, but part of me believed. Epilogue. Weeks later, I remained with them. No longer a stranger, no longer just a soldier. The prophecy spoke of unity, of two races standing together against the darkness. And when Kaylin knelt before me again, this time not in fear but in faith, I didn't tell her to rise. 'Cause maybe, just maybe, she was right. Do you want me to add romantic tension between the human and Kaylin, like she starts falling for him as he proves himself? Or keep it as respect and destiny only? Should I also give description and hashtag tags for this story? Ask ChatGPT.